sweet.
No, you're news,
not at
right?
all.
So news has to maintain that serious.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
right.
and you have to be.
No PJs
You're
allowed.
the adult.
Are you ever not serious?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I do also enjoy wearing my PJs at Christmas time and like sleeping in.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. You have to have a
Very
different
good.
PJ for each day of the week.
And you know, you were saying that roads today are pretty light, not a lot of traffic.
No, all week we've been seeing really light traffic out there on the roads, major routes and side streets. Really, only seeing a big impact when there's a big problem like what we have right now
Right,
in
Highway 10.
Caledon.
Yeah.
Mall parking lots.
Oh gosh,
Are
that's where the action's
crazy.
happening.
That's where the
Yeah,
traffic's at.
That's
Yeah.
where the traffic's at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I park far away and just walk.
Walk, yeah.
Where there's the others ones that troll, like when you walk out of the mall and they see you with your bag.
Oh, yeah,
and
and
the
they
car
follow
that
you?
trolls
Oh,
you,
they walk,
that
yeah,
follows you
they
right to
follows
your
you.
car,
Yeah.
and then I like to deke around. Just to go,
You're a trickster. You're a trickster.
So don't follow Frank if you
Yeah.
happen to see him in a parking lot. Okay, I want to know what you would do, how the lengths you would go to beat traffic, because in an effort to reduce traffic in Nashville, Tennessee, the State Department, they're considering the creation of what they're calling choice lanes. So the idea is here that they add these lanes to state highways that drivers can use for a charge. So you've got to pay to use them. The goal is to allow drivers to have more reliable commute when general purpose lanes are congested. So this choice lane, it already exists in places like Georgia and Texas in the US, and they've found a significant decrease in rush hour traffic and overall congestion. So would you pay an extra price, Steph, if it meant, I mean, you're the traffic expert here. Would that help you get around at all?
I don't know, because when I think about this choice lane, I kind of think about the HOV lane we already have, right? And it's kind of a choice lane, because if you have an electric vehicle, if you're driving a motorcycle, or of course if you have multiple passengers in your car, you can use that HOV lane.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I've seen traffic problems, more specifically thinking about the 410, and you're driving a lot, and then all of a sudden people decide to make the choice, you know what, I want to get in this HOV lane, and then all of a sudden the HOV lane is jam-packed and nobody's moving anywhere. So I'm not too sure of having that direct access to the choice lane will make a huge impact on maybe it is in Nashville. But then I think about the 407, and the 407 is just, it's wonderful all the time. I just got on that bandwagon, and I feel like that is very intentional when you get the transponder and you're like, I'm going to take the 407.
Yeah.
There's that, you can't just make that choice on the fly, which will like really pack things up.
Yeah, but like another fee to get you where you're going.
Yeah, and I think, we'll limit some people to not hop in that HOV lane when they're like, hey, as soon as I jump over there, I'm going to have to pay because there's probably like monitors along the way.
For sure.
Will I pay to get out of traffic? Yes. Yes. Because many times, speaking of the 407, where I'm like, do I take the 401? Because 407's not cheap.
No.
It's an investment.
It is.
There are so many times where I'm like, what, I'm going to save 16 minutes.
Right.
Sometimes because my GPS will even show me.
And you do the math in your head,
And I'm like,
how many hours
16
do I have
minutes.
to work to pay for
What
that?
can you do in 16 minutes?
Like, am I willing to pay $1 a minute right now? I'm going to do it.
Yeah. It has to be worth it.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. It has to be 15 minutes or more that I'm saving for me to decide to 407 it or, pay that extra fee. What about you? Would you do it?
Well, I don't have a car, and I basically live in a 10-block radius that I could walk in.
I always see you walking to work.
I just live on my 2 feet, basically. I don't know. I don't know what that traffic is like every day. I don't know what that experience is like, and I certainly
life-draining.
have
It takes a piece of you every day.
You'll see so many different types of people when you're in traffic.
Yeah, so I mean, if you got to pay a little bit to avoid it, but I mean, the cost of having a car, to fuel it, to maintain it, to park it, and then on top of that, another feed for the highway.
That's why I just got on the bandwagon, because I was that person. I'm like, you have to pay to put it on a concrete slab, pay insurance, pay gas, pay all those different things, and pay to take the highway.
Yeah, I just have shoes and a TTC pass.
I wish it was possible.
It's that's downtown living though.
Yeah.
So that's my privilege anyway.
That's
All right,
your
so an
privilege.
option there. I mean, and the other thing too, they say you build one of those lanes, they will come, and then all the lanes will fill up as well.
It's a revenue source too.
Yes.
For the city,
for other infrastructure and things like that. So maybe it's a way to create revenue, diminish traffic. It's not, it'd be great to see how it's working.
All right, our pajama party is growing coming up after the break. Sid Sixero has been walking around the studio
You should see what he's
flaunting
wearing.
his
Or
outfit.
what he isn't wearing.
We'll be able to check it out right after the break.
Sid and Sil coming up.
There's a plaid
Sid and
theme
Sil.
going on.
You never know. I'm just throwing TVs.
Oh, you haven't seen him yet, I don't think.